preload it, it's all coming out.
Let's get ready. Hey, get ready. Come on. Welcome back to the Spoken Word Media channel, guys. What's up, my brothers and sisters and my ladies, my gentlemen, and the ones I lost over, the girls I lost over. No, I'm joking. Anyway, back in the UK, had an incredible holiday. That's why I've been out recently. I should have put a post out saying that I was away and all that stuff, but I forgot to do that, so I apologize for that. Should have let them know. I know I've been away for a while as well. A few episodes. I was gonna film on holiday, but I just didn't want the extra hassle of going through clearing and security. I just didn't trust it all stuff. But now I'm a lot more confident because, to be honest, it's my first holiday in 7 years, bro. 7 years, guys. Like I went on a peak in 2019. Those that know, and now. It's been 7 years since I've been on holiday. It's a long time. It's very bad. But Jail's back, baby. Won't happen again. Yeah, it won't happen again. I'm going to do the classics, blame the classic C word. Bruv, it's getting hot in here, bruv. Shout out Nelly. Woo! I'm going to blame COVID. But technically it's 5 years because COVID was basically 2020 and 2021, really. So it don't really count. But so that kind of stuff. So yeah. We got to account for the adjusted like inflation for the COVID tax. But yeah, holiday was great, man. Holiday was great. I learned a lot of stuff, man. I thought I'd give this little video something a bit more just there. So I went to Turkey for a week. Went to a place I don't even. Do you know what? It's meant to be. It says Antalya, Alanya, but it's kind of in between the two. I wasn't quite in Antalya, but I wasn't quite in Alanya. The different activities, yeah, enjoy myself, man. They got all inclusive. I love it. You know, I love an all inclusive. Love an all inclusive, man. Food was good. Well, breakfast wasn't really great, but lunch and dinner was that was good, man. And I could feel that protein, man. The chicken, the fish, the meats that you can't name, but you know it just tastes good. You know the food. You know it's the food similar to when you have Chinese food. Yeah. Where the meat is good, but you don't know, you can't name it from Adam, but you just know that it tastes nice and you just eat it without any questions. The dessert had that bakala, or bakar, however you pronounce it. I love that dessert. It's very rich though, so you gotta be very careful with that because you'll need a trip to the dentist, man. Because bro, that stuff, I felt my teeth rotting. My teeth isn't rotten, but it's like, you know, you just feel that sugar, you feel that acid on your teeth. When you keep eating quite certain stuff, bro, it's mad, innit? But yeah, I learned a lot about things on holiday, man. I went with someone else. Went with a friend. You learn a lot on holiday about yourself, other people, just dynamics. And by the way, shout out to the British people that also said hello, man. They seem to be, I don't know what it is, man. People seem to be saying that I'm British over there, man, without even opening my mouth. Shout out to the Northerners up there as well, the Geordies. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Before you can see wondering why I got a blue shirt on instead of the blank vest tank top I had earlier on, because I didn't realize that in this heat my phone wouldn't let me film until the phone cooled down, and it was a lot hot earlier on. It's a lot cooler now. Yeah, it's annoying, but we move. Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, thank you to the Geordies, thank you to the who else? The people from Bolton, Oldham, Bristol, Mancunians. Yeah, you know that I'm due to visit Manchester at some point, so the Mancunians as well. And also, yeah, also the Brummies, the Birmingham people from Birmingham as well, and obviously the rest. And obviously, honourable shout out to the people from London as well. You know we do. But yeah, what I was saying is on the holiday, I think with British people, as I was saying as well, it's like what I've realized is that you bond very well, or build some good rapport, or you're either there's a lot of beef. There's a lot of beef. Like there's so many. It's very interesting to come across British people when you go overseas, abroad on holiday, etc., etc. It's mad. But I had a good time as well. But then also there was interesting dynamics as well. So obviously, I went through London Gatwick with my friend, and then we observed these two particular ladies, yeah, who I found out on holiday happened to be half sisters. Very dysfunctional, toxic dynamic and relationship. They didn't want to be each other's company. The younger one didn't want to be there. She wasn't supposed to be there. I got a little story with well, not a story, but I had a little thing, I had a little moment with the older sister as well that I'm not gonna go into. No, nothing mad or bad or anything, but I'm just saying that I had a conversation with the younger sister, because you know the poor people who talk to you and that kind of stuff. But they're the people that you would want to stay away from. And the older sister had to basically collaborate with all these random Romanian people because she didn't want to be around this younger sister. The younger sister didn't want to be around the older sister. She wasn't meant to be there in the first place. And all that kind of stuff. Now, there's another dynamic that we observed, me and my friend. So there was an older couple around, and these people were in their mid to late 50s, man and woman, and they were from Newcastle or the surrounding area, if not exactly. And you could tell we've had some very interesting conversations with them. You'd be surprised at what a lot of people talk, just give you freely tell you their life story or information. And as much as, yeah, like all I would say on that is I refuse to be in that type of dynamic. They don't really like each other. Well, I don't think she really wants him anyway, even though they both have a backstory of being together before, and they're just there for practicality reasons and that kind of stuff. Never be me. But then the reason why I'm mentioning this is because what my point is that you just realize that when you're on holiday, your senses, well, in my opinion, I would say I'm an observant person anyway as it is, but your observation just goes to a completely new level when you're on holiday. Like, it goes to a completely different level when you make observations when you're abroad, and you just see things and people watching you as well. But yeah, and also some of the foreign people, they're cool as well. Yeah, just some interesting activities on holiday as well. So the exertions I did was like, I went quad biking on a Tuesday. I need to get out of the hotel eventually, because eventually, you know, when you're so comfortable but it gets repetitive, like the same routines, the same songs. I don't know what it is about certain open spaces. They love to play all this emotional music. It was doing my head in. Like, oh my god, I need to get out of that place, bro. But like, even though I love the resort, but it can happen. It's good to change up the scenery, get a mix up. But I went quad biking on a Tuesday. It was sick, bro. Like, proper good. I definitely recommend it. I went there, and then one of the organizers at the start said that he'll give us a bath. Now, obviously, what he meant by a bath is he meant that he would splash us with his stationary vehicle when it got to like the river bit or lakeside where you get dirty. That's what he meant by a bath. Yeah, absolute twat. No, I'm joking. No, but it was fun though. It was fun. It was fun and enjoyable. But and the next day, which was a Wednesday, so we went to a safari. Well, it wasn't really a proper safari, but it's like a mini, if you like, safari. Got to hold a baby lion. But the only thing with that place is, one of the tips I'll give you holiday goers. One of the tips I'll give you holiday goers is always try and save a bit more money than you think you'll need. And I'm talking about as spending money as well, because there's always these hidden costs that come in. Now, these people were just trying to hustle us. It didn't start off well, because the other people that were on that holiday or at that safari were getting quite upset with the way it seemed a bit quite dishonest and very like trying to just fleece you of your money. The way it was done, there's some stories where, like, so obviously I paid to see to hold the baby lion, but then they wanted you to pay to have the photo. I didn't do that. I just got my friend to take a photo of me on my phone. It came out well. But for the quad biking, obviously we weren't allowed to use our phones, and it made sense because it could have got damaged. So what we did is I paid for the photos, no problem, and it was worth it. Very good, more like near pro photos being taken. But when it comes to bro, what's going on here, bro? Sorry. Oh yeah, guys, like and subscribe to the channel as well. By the way, there was a story where a woman was supposed to get a photo taken. She wanted to use her phone, but one of the photographers took her phone off of her and he used her phone and used their camera to take the photo and try and charge her. That's out of order. But then it got better, and then we had a water gun fight later on. So after we left that bit, we had a water gun fight, and we had a smaller one earlier on, but late in the day, we had a big final showdown. Now, this water gun fight was that was our best water gun fight I've ever been in. You basically had to be there to understand it. Like, I can't explain it in words, but it wasn't like you just on foot, run after people, shooting. No. Now, in the video, you probably saw at the start of the video, you saw a gun and a barrel of water, which we fill up for ammo. Now, with the water gun fight, there was like, I think there's like 8 mini buses in total, going to that safari, like pink buses, and whoever's on that bus is basically your team member for the ride, basically. And then what we were, sorry, there's a baby crying. Why do babies cry, man? I'm trying to make a video, man. Stop, please, man. It's not the right time and place, man. Please stop, man. Stop. Anyway, we all did it. Anyway, oh, Jesus. Never right time for a baby to cry or toddler, is it? Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, so I wish that there was a drone that captured the footage on like camera. But basically what it was as we was leaving one destination to go to another en route, we was on like these canyons, and obviously these drivers, they also had to know what they were doing. So what would happen is when we were in a bus, we had like an open window, like a mini bus, but some of the other buses had like open rooftops, so they could put their head out of the roof. We couldn't do that, unfortunately, so we can only do it through the side. But then what would happen is we would shoot other people in the bus with the water from the water guns, and we was all involved. It was mad. It was like a scene out of like Top Boy or Power, whatever you want to call it, like probably gangster stuff in it. And then we would have to duck and then like put ammo, shoot through the window, and then basically like imagine this car where I'm in, my car, yeah. Imagine a car either side coming in from both directions. Like you would shoot on the one window, but then but from the other side, someone's trying to shoot you. You're trying to duck. It was lit, man. I was like, bro, well worth it. Like, pays like £7 equivalent for like the water gun. Very fun. Yeah, it was amazing. Like, it's one of the best bits as well. Because I didn't expect it to be like that, but yeah, had so much fun in it. And yeah, what else do we do? Yeah, so those were the exertions. And also, guys, get the Turkish bath. They put soap. They lie you down. They do give you a massage. That was sick. I even had a second massage. The first one was a Turkish bath, which included a massage at the end. But the second one had the massage. Highly recommend it if you go to Turkey. But another tip I'll give you as well, yeah. So this is what I know, and I think I did this when I went to Magaluf almost 10 years ago. It was 2017. I arrived, and this is a tip. This is my opinion, but I think it's a good tip. When you arrive abroad, yeah. When you arrive abroad, you want to make sure that you arrive at least the Thursday night or the early hours in the morning of the Friday morning. Now I know some of you lot be like, and also that depends on like how long the flight will be. Can you hack it? Everyone's different, but I think that's like one of the best times to go in it, because when you first arrive at a new place, that's when you're at your most hyped. This is where you're like, everything's fresh. You're adapting to the new scenarios, surroundings, and everything. And when I went there, I think my flight was around 7:50 or 7:55 in the evening. But I got to the airport around like, I want to say at least 3.5, 4 hours before. And when we arrived at the actual hotel, I think it was like 4, 5 in the morning, and breakfast started at 7. So we didn't even get any sleep. But we were landing, when we were arriving, we were on the weekend, and that's normally when things pop off, really, at the weekend. So I don't do this. I don't know what you lot do, for those that go abroad or holiday or haven't, but I don't do this. Like, I don't start the week on holiday on a Monday like we do at home in the UK where I'm at the moment. Yeah, I would do it on a Thursday evening. So earliest we arrive is Thursday evening, latest Friday, early hours Friday morning. So you're fresh for the weekend, you're hyped, everything's surrounding, everything's new, you're in that buzz. Because it's sick, man. We went to the summer, a place called the Summer Garden Party, which is like an outdoor, big, quiet venue club bit. I didn't stay till the end because I was so knackered, man. I hadn't slept properly since, like, at that point, Wednesday night. So it's been almost 2 days since I slept. But it was sick, man. It was lit. And another thing as well, when I went to the Gatwick airport, and I highly recommend this, another tip, please check your emails. Please check your emails, check your accounts. I went with, the provider that I did it with was something called, a website called onthebeach.com. And then one of the perks we got for going with them as a complimentary gift was they gave us like a lounge, but I had to claim it within a certain time, way before, like a long time before I was due to fly out anyway. So please check that, because otherwise you'd be stuck in the main airport and it'd be horrible, innit? But we had food, everything, looked after, chill, proper lit. But you need to make sure that you pay attention to things and you read things and all that stuff. So that's another tip I'll give, along with the tip of make sure that depends on what fibre you want. You want to arrive fresh for the weekend. That's what I like to do anyway, as well, and all that stuff. Anyway, if you guys got different opinion, what's your thoughts? Name in the comment section below. Like, what's your thoughts on timings on the holiday as well? Now there will be some things on the next holiday that I do differently. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it was my first holiday in like 7 years, and it's mad because in 2019 I went like 3 times and I haven't been since. And obviously, to be fair, it's really 5 years because COVID doesn't count, because, you know, 2020 and 2021, COVID basically made the world stand still. So really and truly it's 5 years, but, you know, just gotta say that. So really, I'm not 28, I'm 26, but yeah, the next holiday will not be anywhere near like that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. I was even thinking about going on holiday again later in the year, this year as well, like for some winter sun potentially, or if not the earliest this year, if not next year at least. But really, I want to go like later this year if I can, if possible. But obviously, I'll assess the circumstances as well. But yeah, that was it. But one thing I also noticed about on holiday, so as good as it was, so there was like 3 pools on the resort. So we had the main pool, we had 2 outdoor pools and 1 indoor. And on the outdoor pool, the 2 outdoor pools, we had one where we had the main outdoor pool, but we had also one where there's no music, there's nothing really going on there. It's just very relaxed. It was like a, I don't know, it felt like an outdoor sacred place. And it had a mini little bit as well where obviously it's probably aimed at kids, but there was no sign saying no kids, but adults went in there anyway, obviously when kids weren't there. And I went there on, I want to say, what day did I go there? What day did I go there? I think I went on a month. Did I go on a month? I can't remember. It don't matter anyway. But I went one day, the first day I went there, sick. The lifeguard, he was happy for me. Like, I think he was happy for me and the fellow holiday makers that were there. He was happy that you were happy, enjoying yourself. He saw me in a bit. Obviously, I'm releasing my inner child bit by going on a water slide, as you've probably seen a clip. And he was happy, taking photos under the mushroom. And then the next day I go in there, it's a different guard. When I was doing the same thing, man wants to make a big issue out of it. He blows his whistle from across the pool. And I'm looking, thinking, what's going on? So obviously I go across it. Obviously I think he's doing it at me, and I was right. I come across. And then what I notice is, when I go over to him, I'm saying, hey bro, everything all right? And then he's using Google Translate. He's telling me this is a kids area or kids slide. And I said to him, I was here yesterday. The other lifeguard has had no issue with it. There's no sign. And also when I'm going there, it's completely empty. Like there's no kids. If anything, both pools are generally empty as well. And then the kids go into the pool that we're in anyway. Like if there's a kid like trying to go on there, obviously I wouldn't go in there. Obviously I'm not gonna make them feel uncomfortable. Like, there's a big person in there compared to a little mini person. Of course not. I'm not ignorant. But it was so pathetic, bro. And then I said that to him. He gave me another message on Google Translate. And he's saying, it doesn't suit you. I'm just like, what the heck? What is he talking about? And I explained to him. What I realized is, obviously it's mental health month, innit? I don't know if that's in America or in the UK twice. But what I realized is like, this society, they don't like to see a grown man happy, man. I feel like this world is not going to see a grown man happy. You don't want to see me having fun, enjoying myself, man. You got to find a way to tear it down, man. It's so weird. It's hating, man. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I'm not doing anything that's hurting anybody or causing any issue to any person nearby. And then he calls his colleague, and then his colleague comes in. I explain the same thing. He's like, oh, he wasn't there yesterday. He doesn't really know what happened yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool. And then they brought another person in, and then he comes in and says, where are you from? I'm like, from London. And he's giving me this whole, like, Google Translate, and he's explaining to me, I'm like, yeah, I understand, I'm from England, man. I understand English. It's my first and only language I know. And then he brings another woman in, and this woman was booky, because the day before, she came to the same place, and she came near me and said, you alright? I'm like, yeah. And she walked off. I didn't speak to nobody else. And my friend pointed that out, but I didn't think nothing of it at the time. But then this day, when I've gone in there, she was like, oh yeah, I saw you yesterday, you were taking photos all under the mushroom, which is fine, you can do that, but you can't go on the slide because for kids. I'm like, and I explained the situation, it was so weird. And then like, you got 4 people involved. And then she was asking me for like my room number. And I'm like, why are you asking me for my room number? Like, what do you plan on doing with that information? But yeah, them people they're just pagans, man. Don't want to see me unhappy, innit? But at that point, I was coming towards the end of my holiday anyway, so I didn't really care too much afterwards. And I can't lie, I was triggered for a bit. Because I'm just like, it made no logical sense. It made no logical sense. There was literally no rationale behind it. The one thing I can't stand about people in this life, yeah, is when people just want to cause you a problem for genuinely no reason, like, unnecessarily. And make an issue that's not there. I can't stand it, man. It really just grates me, innit, to the core. I don't know what you guys think or you girls think, but yeah. But in generally, I had a good holiday, and I'll probably do something different. The only thing I would say though, as much as my result was good, it was a bit it's isolated. We were kind of in the middle of a bit. We was a bit isolated with the other results nearby were also isolated because we was in a part where it was a bit out the way, really near like the sea. And kind of stuff, it's quite out the way, like it wasn't like within the action. So, but next time I'll probably do it a bit differently. But first holiday in 7 years, can't complain. Happy. I had a good time, which was the main thing. My friend had a good time, which was the main thing, and it was fun. And now I'm back in the United Kingdom. But what I realized as well is another lesson to take forward, and also before I got into that, the food was banging as well. Breakfast, not really great, wasn't really happy with the breakfast, but lunch, especially dinner, I think it was terrific, more times than not. And also had the bacala, good food. As I mentioned at the start of the video, that food is good as well. Just reminding you guys. But what I would say is, I think I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about again? Anyway, guys, I don't know any. But yeah, anyway, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. And see you all in the next video. Peace.